morning, everyone, and welcome to Vail Daily Live. I'm Trisha Swenson with the Vail Daily, and we are here on Monday, the 7th of June, a gorgeous day and a gorgeous week in store weather-wise. And it's perfect news because we have the GoPro Mountain Games coming on Thursday through Sunday. So we're really excited to bring the world of sports, those outdoor fringe sports, all the different whitewater sports, some of the mountain biking, trail running. We're going to have it for you this week. But we've got a great show planned for you this morning. We're going to be with you live from 7 to 8:30 right here. You can find us always on demand as well. So if you don't wake up early, that's okay. We hear you. But you can find us on demand on Facebook, on YouTube, and of course on Roku and Apple TV, Amazon Fire. But if you want to chat with us, watch us live on YouTube, Facebook, vaildailylive.com, and vaildaily.com. We want to hear what you're up to and what you want to know about this week. But we have a lot going on. We're going to have Ashley in Riverwalk today. We're going to talk about a new book called Dingo the Mule. We're going to let you know about that. Cute little children's book by Scott Claver. And then we're going to check in with one of our local GoPro athletes, a GoPro Mountain Games athletes, Trinity Wall. She is an SUP winner, stand-up paddleboard winner. She's been winning the town series, just blazing up the winner circle there. We're going to check in with her. We'll also talk to Paul Abeling about Walking Mountains, an event they have ongoing tonight called The Science Behind the Trail. And we'll check in with the Route 6 Cafe. Charlie is going to be standing by right across the street from our Eagle Vale studios at the Vail Daily. She will be having a little tea and maybe talking to Ollie, the owner. But let's get to the weather first of all, so you can plan your week, plan your day. This weather report is brought to you by Betteridge Fine Jewelry and Watches since 1897. They're located in Solaris. They have some really cool estate jewelry too. Check that out. But otherwise today, gorgeous as we start the morning, and we're going to see temperatures in the mid 40s, upper 40s, depending on where you're at. Down in Eagle, it is a bit warmer usually, and we'll get warmer. Right now, it's a 48 in Edwards. We're seeing Vail coming in at 48 to 46 for Eagle. So a little bit cooler down in Eagle right now, but they'll start to warm up. Probably have a little bit of an inversion going on. But cloud cover today, it's just going to be gorgeous. We're going to see just a slight chance of showers later on. Here's the outlook for Monday or for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're going to have beautiful weather for the GoPro Mountains of Music. That is part of the concert series at the GoPro Mountain Games. And it'll be nice for Yonder Mountain String Band taking the stage on Thursday, and then Friday with Bob Weir and Wolf Brothers. Those concerts are sold out. Yonder Mountain still has tickets. So try Thursday if you want to go hear some live music at the Ford Amphitheater. But let's check in with our remote host today and find out what's going on in the towns and the areas that they are at. We try to spread people out throughout the Vail Valley and find out what's going on. We have Ashley in Riverwalk, and we have Charlie down at the Route 6 Cafe. Hello, Ashley. Oh, I see where you are. And then we got Charlie at Route 6. Ashley, tell me about where you're standing.
Well, I'm in Riverwalk. I'm right outside the Riverwalk Theater, and I keep having to move because the sun is just coming over the first and main building. So, like, if I come back here, we start getting it. Oh, yep, there it is right there. I keep kind of moving around because it's just starting to come up and frame the theater beautifully. But, you know, Trisha, I was watching the show yesterday and found out that the first Vail comedy show is returning right here to the Riverwalk Theater tonight at 7 o'clock. So it sounds like it's going to be a really great show. And I was doing a little bit of investigating with one of the comedians. His name is Jeff Shaw, and he was on America's Got Talent. He used to travel the world on cruises, and then he was also a linguist for the Army. And he was a staff writer for America's Greetings, like as in like greeting cards that you send to people. So he's a really clean comedian. So if you want to bring the kids, that's totally fine. It should be a great show. And for adults, it's $10. It's $12 for adults, $10 for seniors, and then $8 for kids. It's going to be at 7 o'clock tonight. So if you want to maybe switch up the routine from going to see a movie and want to see some live comedy, I can't imagine. Like, seriously. I mean, Charlie, you performed all over the world, but can you imagine doing stand-up comedy? Like, it has to be terrifying. Terrifying.
I agree. I think it sounds terrifying. It looks terrifying. You imagine thinking on the fly like that? There's no chance I could do it. So hats off to those guys for sure.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And then, local pro, well, Colorado pro, Mark Masters, he's going to be hosting the whole event. And then there's also another comedian, Kimbus Hume, who is known for the Palm Springs Comedy Fest. So again, taking place tonight here at the Riverwalk Theater. So it should be a good time. But man, Trisha, I mean, it's warming up enough to where I can just wear a light jacket. So I'm not necessarily in the puffy anymore this morning, which is really nice. I started off that way when I saw you this morning. I still had it on, but I've got quite the closet that's in my car at the moment, just so that I can be prepared for what's happening during the day. And also, Charlie, I saw that you're with my buddy Ollie. Oh, Ollie, how's that coffee over there?
Well, yeah, I'm surprised Ollie, fellow Brit, offered me coffee, not tea, but that's okay. I'm a new mom, so I'm into coffee now. But I'm sitting in Route 6 and we'll be talking with Ollie soon, which is great because it's British. So I'm sitting inside, it's warm. Hopefully you can hear me over Paul McCartney playing in the background. I'm sitting by a fire. It's beautiful. So we'll be talking with him later. And then Paul Abeling from Walking Mountains. We'll be chatting with him and learning about his projects and what they've got going on. So,
Okay. Oh, I've got one question for Ashley. I can see
Yeah.
the marquee
Yes.
behind you, and the movies. So, I
Huh.
know A Quiet Place Part Two. That's a scary one.
Uh-huh.
What else is playing? Do you
Okay,
know anything about the
so
movies?
also, we have to get Charlie's official review on this one, but Cruella is playing actually today. If you want to see Cruella, it's playing at 12:50, 3:50, and 6:50. And if you weren't aware, our very own Charlie, she played Cruella for Disney on Ice. I mean, Charlie, like, what kind of makeup and hair did you have to get into for that role? Because I can only imagine it had to be extensive.
it was amazing. You know, we had to be trained in the makeup. The makeup artist would teach us, and then we'd go on the road and do this insane makeup. I had to cover my eyebrows and draw my eyebrows up on top of my head. It was really scary up close, but on the ice it looked great. The heaviest eye makeup, the biggest red lips, the biggest red cheeks, you know, to accentuate those cheekbones, and the wig. The wig looked like you had been electrocuted, yeah, and you know it was half black, half white, and it was insane. It once almost fell off on the ice though, so that was not great. I probably would have been fined for that. Any costume malfunctions, we get fined.
Oh
So
my
And then
gosh.
you did see the movie, right?
I saw the movie. I absolutely loved it. It was a slightly different take on the original story. So for me, that was, you know, a surprise, but I much preferred it. I thought it was done really well. Emma Stone, who played Cruella, was amazing. It starts off from when she was a child, explains why she becomes Cruella, basically. It's kind of her alter ego. But it's a great film. It's a great movie. Go see it. Get your tickets online. Fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited to see it, and especially after hearing your review and considering that you played this role for so long. So Cruella, again, that's playing today at 12:50, 3:50, and 6:50 here at the Edwards Riverwalk Theater, and then we also have Spirit Untamed, which I think is much more my speed, Trisha, than seeing Quiet Place 2.
Yes,
And
me too.
today, especially, since we're going to be talking to Scott Cliver all about a book that has to do with horses and mules, I feel like it's appropriate to maybe follow it up with Spirit
And
Untamed.
I'm glad they brought back the matinees. You know, school is
Yeah.
out officially. This is the first full week for many of the kids in the Eagle County school system. So, matinees, they're back at the Capitol Theater, and Eagle is back. So, it's exciting that we have something to do with the kids during the day if you want to take them to a matinee. All right. Well, and Charlie, understand. I see some motorcycles and some little memorabilia on the side. I think Ollie's gonna go motorcycle riding today. He told me he had the day off, but he was gonna come in and talk to you before he goes. Maybe you'll have to ask him about those.
Yeah, bless him. It's his day off and he came in. I'm not sure if it was just to serve me some pretend tea and I got coffee. But yeah, he's going for a motorcycle after his chat with us. So he's going to enjoy that gorgeous weather. It's looking nice outside, nice and warm. It's going to warm up. So
Okay. All right. Well, ladies, we'll be checking in with you throughout the day. And if you got any questions for Ashley or for Charlie, you can join our chat. We've got our chat live. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, you can chat with us. If you're on our VailDailyLive.com or VailDaily.com, you won't be able to utilize the chat. But and if you're on the on demand, that's we've already left the building by the time you're watching, so you can't see us. But yeah, check this out. You can display the comments right there on the side, and we'll try to pull some comments in for you if you want to join us. And don't forget to subscribe so you can get the alerts. You can find out where we're on. Subscribe on YouTube, like us on Facebook, get the alerts, sign up for those on Facebook. I always get the alert about like an hour before we're going on, and I'm like, I know, because I'm waking up for it. All right, who do we have here? Oh, good morning, Emma. Hello, Poppy. Good morning, Vail. Hello, everybody. So we're excited. This is our brand new show. We're about, what are we, 9 episodes in? I've got Rachel and Emma back there. They're going to be helping me with the show today. But we started this, yeah, ladies, thank you, ladies, running the show there. And we started this on Saturday, May 29th. And we're just, it's an experiment. It really is an experiment for the Vail Daily because they've been in the print business for 39 years, almost 40. They will turn 40 on June 15th. So we're trying the live stream. And we think it's just a great way to connect with the Vail Valley and beyond because we want to let you know about what is happening this weekend if you're coming to town or next week, next month. Maybe you're coming for the Vail Dance Festival. We want to give you all the details and let you know Vail is open. The Vail Valley is back with events and everything. All right, Ben, good to see you, Ben. Good morning. Got on late. Uh, Heard a snip of a concert this Thursday, 6:10 at the Amp. Yes, we are going to have music at the amphitheater, the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater. That'll be the kickoff to the GoPro Mountain Games. It is the GoPro Mountains of Music, June 10th. Now, this is a ticketed event, so a lot of them are free, but some of the concerts are paid. So this is pavilion seats, $15. That's general admission in the pavilion, the covered. But I don't think you have to worry about rain this week. And then lawn seating, general admission, just $10. Go to grfavail.com for tickets. I will let you know that the Bob Weir shows, they sold out long ago. Bob Weir, Wolf Brothers, they will be playing Friday night and Saturday night. So you missed the boat on that one. I don't think they have the ability to even release any more tickets on that like they've been able to do at the Villar Center and some of the other shows. So snooze you lose. That's a thing here. A lot of times people wait to the last minute to get tickets to some of these venues, and not the case on some of these really big shows. So we're just excited to have live music in the Valley. I know that these the Sunset Live did happen last night. Rachel, our producer behind the scenes, she went and after we had that rain come through, I know that I was waiting out about 4 hours to get my bike ride in. I finally got it in about 6, and I thought about Sunset Live because it really turned out to be gorgeous. Here it was, even with a little cloud cover, still fun. Jubilingo, they took the stage. Big band, looks like about a 5-piece band, just playing some wonderful music. This is the terrace at Avon. It's the back side of the Avon Performance Pavilion. So you're right there along the water. You could even watch it from the water if you had a vessel that could float you on over there, like a stand-up paddleboard or a little paddle boat or a little big floaty toy. But people were just enjoying it, just way to relax. You could see some people on the dock back there. So, what a beautiful way to enjoy the great music that we have, the regional acts, the local acts that we have. And they'll be doing this every Sunday from now until pretty much Labor Day weekend. So, come down to Avon for Sunset Live. If you were thinking about traveling back to Denver to go to work on Monday, no, just drive up early and then stay Sunday night. Sunday fun day all day long. All right. I think we're about ready to take a break. We've got more Vail Daily Live coming up. Stay with us.
They were really trying to push the limits of Cordillera, and at this point in time, Cordillera wasn't ready for this house. The site and the views that you can see out here really, so we really tried to make it just all about the view. So you walk in that front door and you just open up and see everything out there in space. And the panoramas across the valley are just outstanding. So it was really easy. That really just helped lay it all out on the site really well for us. It's a really unique property. We put two 35-acre parcels together here for the client and went through a pretty exhaustive process, but it's pretty unique to have this kind of individual estate sitting on such a large format property inside a gated community. It doesn't exist anywhere else in the Vail Valley.
Welcome back to Vail Daily Live. I'm Trisha Swenson, and we're going to let you know what made headlines in today's Vail Daily for Monday, the 7th of June. And sad news out there. The rivers are getting high up there, but we did have a man die. He was pulled out from the Eagle River. The suspected boating accident near Eagle claims the life of a man in his mid 50s. He's not been his name has not been announced pending the notification of relatives. The cause, this all happened just before about 6:30 p.m. is when he was found. He was found by two other men on paddle boards who pulled him from the water, began to administer CPR, called police, and according to a release from the Eagle Police Department. And then the Eagle Fire Protection and Rescue, they came on the scene. They also tried to administer CPR, and the man was pronounced dead on the scene once he arrived at a local hospital. So sad news as we start out our Monday, but a big reminder that our waters, they're very dangerous. So keep your pets away, your small children away. And if you are going to be doing anything on the river, whether it's rafting, fishing, stand-up paddleboarding, always do it with a friend and make sure you have the skills to be out on the level of water that we have out there. So some sad news for you, but some other things to talk about in the Vail Daily today. Our headlines for today, well, a tricky fire conversation. A major part of Vail's fire mitigation plan lies within the Eagle's Nest Wilderness, which makes for delicate talks with federal officials. Also, in today's news, Colorado Ski Resort operators turbocharged technology last season, and many of the upgrades are here to stay. You can find out more about that on page A4. And one of the fun things to do on Mondays is to check out Time Machine. This is on page A2 every day. Pam Boyd puts this together. She is with the Eagle Valley Enterprise as well as the Vail Daily. And this shows the picture that she included. Um, Talks about John Hickenlooper. 10 years ago, then Colorado Governor John Hickenlooper was at Sylvan Lake State Park for some official business when Eagle Mayor Ed Woodland mentioned there was a great brewery in town. Hickenlooper, of course, loves his breweries. He shuffled his schedule and dropped by for a draft and a picture with Woodland. So that was 10 years ago today. 5 years ago today, they were talking about the Eagle River Park, and our very own Ken Hovey was involved with that. We go back all the way to 80 years ago, but some of the interesting things that were going on, they're talking about some jail inmates that were actually they escaped from jail. They talked someone into helping them get out and get them an escape vehicle. There's a lot of different things that are going on in Time Machine today. So check it out in today's Vail Daily. You can pick up your copy in newspaper dispensers from East Vail all the way down to Gypsum, or you can always go online That's what we do usually. We go online, sign up for those breaking news alerts as well, because you can find out about what we heard about, unfortunately, that man's death on the river. So get those alerts, get those emails, and get your free copy of today's Vail Daily, and find out what's going on. You miss a day, you miss a lot. But weather-wise, we're gonna have a great day. I hope you can get outside. I hope you're not trapped working on this Monday. The kids are out of school. They got to get outside and enjoy it. And we're going to see some great weather. It looks like all week. I want to thank the town of Avon, the heart of the valley, for this weather report. We'll see temperatures right now for the area that we're in. We're going to see temperatures right around the 40s and 50s this morning. So it's always nice and cool. That's what I love about sleeping in with the windows open. Vail's at 50 degrees. Edwards is 48. Eagle is at 48 degrees also. And not really many clouds. And we could see some clouds building on later today, but it's not going to really affect us too much, which I think is going to be just so good for all the outdoor activities that are going on with the mountain games. Highs in the mid to low 70s for Vail, a little warmer down valley. And then as we look at the next couple of days, we'll see plenty of sunshine. And look at those percentages: 7% chance of rain, 2% chance of rain. Hardly even need to mention those. So we're really excited about the good weather and the warm weather. We had a rather cool spring. May was rather cool, a few snow showers here and there in the higher elevations. Go ahead and wash the car. I think that's what I'm going to do today is wash the cars so we can I can get all that grime off from the spring storms off of my car. You know, it's very hard to keep your car clean up in this area. But all right, Rachel, what do we have going on? Okay, perfect. Ashley, you're down in Riverwalk, one of my favorite little areas.
I am in the Riverwalk, and actually, here's what I'm doing. You know how much I like to read, so I picked up a little light reading this morning. Thanks to Scott Kleiber. We're going to be catching up with him here in just a little bit and finding out more about Dingo the Mule. But in the meantime, I'm just kind of trying to find the sunny spots, because you know how this works. If you stand in the shade first thing in the morning, it's just a little bit chilly. And you know, the Riverwalk, you know this, Trisha. I mean, it's a place where you can come and you can really spend the entire day, right? You can stop in, grab the coffee, get some delicious breakfast. The Bookworm opens at 9 a.m. So you can stop into the cafe and get yourself a crepe, or maybe you want to get yourself a smoothie to start off with something a little bit lighter. And then you can do all sorts of shopping. There's some really great little boutiques that line this whole area. We already saw the Riverwalk Theater, so you can stop and maybe have some happy hour or enjoy a great show this evening. And it's really, really easy to find. It's just right off Highway 6. And so this has definitely been, I think probably besides being at home, this has been like my spot during the pandemic, right? This is about as far as I would come up Valley, and then I go hibernate back in Eagle. But I feel like I've just really gained an entire new appreciation
Yeah.
for this little area, and I think also a big appreciation, you know, for the Bookworm. You can see one of their entrances right back
Oh, I
here.
know.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I read a lot during the pandemic. It was that nice little escape for me, you know.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, the bookworm. We're so lucky to have that bookstore right in our area. And I love to mention the smoothies. I love the skinny bee, and I love the crepes, the green eggs and ham. You know,
Mhm.
that's one of my favorites and everything. So we're gonna check in with you later, Ashley. We've got Charlie and Ollie ready to go. We have Charlie standing by right across from the Vale Daily offices at the Route 6 Ski Town
Ready.
Cafe. And all right, okay, let's get Ollie in a little bit more. Move over.
Hi.
All right. Hi, guys. How are
Hi,
you?
we're here with Ali Holdstock, who's the owner of Route 6 Cafe here in Eagle Vale. Is that right?
Proudly spoken. Mostly proudly spoken, yes.
Ali, you're a fellow Brit. Where are you from?
I'm from Chester.
Chester.
A few
Okay.
folks don't know where Chester is. Chester is 200 miles northwest of London and about 40 miles from Liverpool.
Okay, so tell us a bit about your history. Where have you?
Oh, is this about my history?
Your
here?
history
Oh, I'm
in
on the
Vail.
spot here.
When did you move to Vail? Tell us about that.
Well, a quick story. I came to the States back in 1981.
Okay.
So I was over the Thatcher thing and the weather thing.
Okay.
And I travelled to America. and I actually traveled to 31 states. So I went from Florida to California looking for a place to call home. And I discovered Aspen in 1982. Then I stayed there a few months and went to Laguna Beach for a while.
Oh, nice.
Met some friends who would spend time in Vail. So I checked out Vail, and that was back in 1983. And I did check out Vail, and this is a true cliche story. I pulled up there in a Volkswagen camper. That's true, right?
I love it.
And on a road to drive, my transmission broke.
Oh, no.
My car broke down and it was there for 3 days on the hill, and I couldn't leave town until I was broke, so I stayed there. I was going to stay probably anyway. That just sounds like a good point to the story. I couldn't leave even if I wanted to leave.
So
and that's true.
stayed.
That's I stayed.
Oh my goodness. So Chester, that's about an hour and a half from Birmingham, I think, from where I'm from.
Yeah, about an hour and a half northwest.
Okay.
Yes.
So you've moved here, you've never left. Do you miss
Well, actually, I've spent 6 summers in different parts of America. So I've
Okay.
traveled to America quite well. And I do know America quite well. The southern part of America, the north didn't interest me so much, too cold, etc., etc. So I have lived in, actually lived in 6 different states over the time.
Okay.
Vail's always been my base camp, and I've not left Vail now for 25 years.
Wow.
But my first 10 years here, I did a lot more traveling and back and forth and checking things out and stuff.
Yeah.
Vail was home.
Do you miss home? Do you miss Chester?
I miss the pubs.
You do?
I miss my childhood friends,
Yeah.
as we all do.
Do you go home much?
I used to go home every year, but then my mum and dad passed away. I'd rather have my family fly over here and visit me. It's much more vacation coming here than me going there, sitting in the pubs, drinking beer in the rain.
So you are now managing and owning your own pub.
Yeah,
say.
lucky that.
Yeah. So
Lucky.
now you can sit and drink it here.
Yeah, I'm lucky there. Yeah, I'm lucky that I got my own place.
So how long have you owned Route 6?
This is my second location. I had a location down the road here where the gas station is,
Okay.
and it was called Route 6, the same name. And the complex got bought by somebody. So it ended up being a bit of a sour ending. But at the same time I was going through that ending there, it'd been empty here, been empty for 4 months.
Okay.
So they were looking for a tenant, and I was looking for a place to go. On the same
Perfect.
street, closer to the neighborhood, kept the same name. I was very lucky.
Wow,
And
nice.
then Route 6 Cafe number 2.
So you were telling me that everything in here, all the memorabilia and everything on display, they're all gifts from people traveling through.
I would say almost every single thing. If say there's 200 things in here, I might have bought 4 things myself,
Wow.
and everything else is a gift. Like
That's
the motorbikes,
amazing.
the artwork, the fish on the wall, the swordfish over there. Yeah, and that gives the restaurant a really, I think, very unique feel.
It does, yeah.
It doesn't make any sense, but that's what makes it sensical.
Well, this
That's
is
the
my first time in here, and I'm just looking around at all the stuff, and now you've told me it's all gifts. I'm even more intrigued and interested.
It is more intriguing than go to
Yeah.
the store and buy it yourself and all that.
Yeah.
Big gift box and put it out. No,
No.
everything was a gift, like Sturgis, the Sturgis stuff,
I mean,
You know.
it's just amazing, the stuff in here.
Look at the table back here. All these little, the motorbikes and stuff was all either, like the Route 6 was made for the restaurant. An artist made that. Just a quick one. See that guy right there? And actually, artist made this for the restaurant.
Oh my goodness.
And
can
it
you
just lights
see
up.
It lights up.
Yeah, but it's no electric over here. Isn't that cool?
And somebody just bought that for you and dropped it off.
An artist made that for me.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
So
I've
all
heard,
that stuff's fun.
as I'm looking around this great venue, I've heard that you have live music here. Is that true?
We have all sorts of, we have comedy nights, we have live music nights, we have karaoke nights, we even have...
Do you get on the karaoke?
I'm that guy.
You're that
I
guy.
turned into that guy, didn't I? I'm the cheesy karaoke. Why'd you buy a bar?
good.
So I can sing karaoke.
I'm sure everybody loves it. So tell us, what days of the week do you have live music? Is it every day or?
Well, because of what's happened with the coronavirus, of course, things have been tweaked somewhat, haven't they?
Yeah.
And not come on full board as yet. But we do have consistently, Wednesday's karaoke, consistently Sam B, who is a fantastic guitar player. He went to Berkeley School of Music. Sam waits table sitters since the music industry ended a year ago. I took him on his way to here, and he plays here Fridays, and he's fantastic. Sundays, we have a band called the Vail Valley Band. They've been down for a few months. They're starting next week, and that'll be every other Sunday starting next season. And then we fill in things. We actually have Latino Friday night, you have the comedy Friday night coming here. It's really fun.
So I can imagine there's dancing. Dancing happens here.
A lot of dancing happens.
Oh, well, who doesn't love that? I
Yeah,
love
we have
it.
a
Do you
great-
dance?
Of course I do. I drink beer, I dance.
Yeah. Well, I'd love to see. I would come here just to see you dance now. Tell us what's your hours. Are you open every day?
I'm open 7 days a week, 364 days of the year. Except for Christmas Day, that's all I close for. And
Hard work.
I open at 7 o'clock. I do breakfast till 3 o'clock. We have a happy hour that runs from 3 till 6. Our lunch starts at 11, runs till 3, and our dinner runs till 9. We are in the process right now of getting a kitchen staff and keeping the kitchen open till midnight. Nowhere in the valley can you get anything to eat past 9 o'clock. It's
That
one
is
of our,
so true.
it's Achilles heel of Vail.
Yeah.
It really is. And I've got a couple of guys coming on board for the next couple of weeks when things pick up. Our kitchen will be open till midnight. That's a big deal.
Well, that is a
Very
huge deal.
good.
And I heard you have some specials. You have a 3-course meal going on for
I've been
$21.
Yeah.
Is that real?
It's a good deal, isn't
It's
it?
a very good deal.
It's a good deal, yeah. Not Vail prices.
No.
Eagle Vail prices, Ollie's prices, you know.
And you
But
can have.
it's a 3-course meal. It's any one of our soups we make in-house, one of our salads, we make the dressings in-house. The choice of about 15 different entrees varying from New York strip steak to meatloaf and chicken pot pie.
Oh, I love chicken pot pie. What is your favorite thing on the menu that you serve?
Our most popular thing, I believe, for dinner would be our buffalo meatloaf. It is grass-fed buffalo meatloaf, so it's very healthy for you as far as meat
Okay.
goes. And then, of course, we're a breakfast. People love my breakfast. The eggs Benedict, the full Monty Benny. It has
Nice.
everything on it.
Is there anything on the menu that reminds you of home?
Fish and chips.
You have fish and
I
chips.
got the best fish and chips in the States, and I'll put money on
No
that.
way. I'll come here just for
And it's gluten-free. I am a gluten-free person. I'm a glutard. I got diagnosed very ill about 5 years ago, like emergency room. It's a
Oh,
long
no.
story. Very ill. I got diagnosed gluten intolerance. So my menu is very sensitive. I have a gluten-free deep fryer. I have a lot of gluten-free appetizers. I mean, things on my menu. There's a lot of people out there who have the same problems that I have.
Yeah,
So I do really fill that void for a lot of people.
that's fantastic that you do that. I find sometimes it's hard to find, options, many options, and you advertise that you have many gluten-free options.
Many, yes. We make all our sauces in-house, all our soups in-house.
Amazing.
Most things have the gluten-free. Guests wouldn't even know that, but it's healthy for you without you even knowing. I cook everything with pink salt. Pink salt's a very healthy dish. My deep fryer has rice bran oil in it, which is a very healthy oil to cook with.
Wow.
So I'm a kind of a redneck place, but I do cook with a bit of a healthy twist.
No, that's awesome. That's fantastic. I'll be coming for the fish and chips and to
It's the
watch
best,
you
and
dance.
it's gluten-free too.
Love that.
Can't get
Who doesn't
gluten-free
love
fish and
that?
chips anywhere.
All right, that sounds awesome. Ollie, thank you so much for bringing us so much entertainment. Oh, we've got the Route 6 karaoke. We've got all the live bands, the dancing. Hey, I know you're going on your motorbike today. Where are you going to go, Ollie? Where's your ride? You have a day
I'm
off.
Heading
Thanks for
down south through Buena Vista, Salina, going east to Cotopaxi, and then south down through Wide Cliff and up through Canyon City. About a 500-mile ride today.
Wow, today? Just
Yeah.
today?
Just today.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, have fun, be safe. I think you're gonna have perfect weather for it. And
Nice seeing you,
we're
Trish.
glad. I know, great to see you, Ollie. Thanks so much. Ollie down, he's the owner of Route 6 Cafe, a great ski town bar and cafe. Stop by if you're looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And pretty soon they're gonna have a late night menu as well. Kitchen open till 12. But we're gonna take it down valley. We have Ashley standing by with the author of this cute new children's book, Dingo the Mule, who thought he was a horse. Hi, Ashley. Hello,
Hey,
Scott.
good morning. Yep, look who I found Scott Cliver. And you're right, he is the author of Dingo the Mule, who thought he was a horse. And first, before we get into any of these things, I just wanted to say thank you to Scott for your service as a U.S. Marine and to find out a little bit more about him. First of all, so Scott, how did you end up in Vail?
Well, we were driving down I-70 and we ran out of gas. Not really, but my family, we skied and we loved the snow and we voted as a family Steamboat Springs, Jackson, Wyoming, or Telluride, and I voted Jackson, Wyoming. And my other son voted Steamboat Springs, but the other three in my family voted Vail Valley. I am so happy I'm in the Vail Valley and not those other places. So it's just really great to be here. And thank you so much for having me on your show. This is just an honor for me.
Yeah, no, we're so excited to have you here. And so you're a longtime Vail Valley local, and you know, we mostly know you for creating some absolutely stunning homes here in the Valley with your construction. And so, Scott, how did you end up becoming an author?
Well, it was kind of an event, and I'm not a writer, and but the story came to me, seemed like all at once, and I had to write it down. I shared it with my granddaughter and my wife, and they all said I should write it and put it into a book. So I wrote it down, and we put it in a book, and it has a great message for all of us, especially children from ages 1 to 100 and beyond.
I would completely agree with that. You just saw that cover, and we'll get to the illustrations here in a minute. But I was reading this book this morning, Scott. You almost had me in tears. It was so touching. And so can you explain for people that haven't read the book yet? Obviously they will, but tell us a little bit about the message behind it. I mean, Dingo, you know, we know he's a mule who thought he was a horse, but tell us a little bit more about the story.
Well, first of all, not all of us know about mules. A mule has a mom, a horse is a mom, and a donkey as a dad. So that's where the story originates, and which means, and the story is about Dingo growing up, since he had a mom as a horse, and his best friend Bongo had a mom as a horse. He thought he was a horse. So when he found out he was different, it was very upsetting to us. And just like, and I remember in my perfect world as a little child, I thought everything was great. My mother raised me and loved me with all her heart. And then when I got to school, it seemed like all my peers pointed out how different I was than everybody else. And that's where the story comes from.
Well, and you're going to have to read more of it yourself to actually find out the ending. But something that I thought that was really special that you did in the back of the book is you left a place for notes. Can you show everybody what that looks like? So there's actually a spot where you can kind of have a little time to reflect with your kids or the people that you give this book to.
So for grandmoms and mothers that read the book, there's some great questions in the back of this book that help them to relate to what they're dealing with in school and peer pressure and things that they will come, you know, in life they will come into with the way people talk about them or make fun of. You know.
Yes, and I think, you know, to some level we've all experienced that in some way, and clearly you just had the thought to actually put it down and put it into words. And so if people are interested in getting Dingo the Mule, where would they find it?
They can find it at the Bookworm.
Okay, so perfectly right behind us. You can see that right here in Edwards. Yes. And then I also saw it's available online, right?
You can get it on Amazon also.
Okay, so even if people are watching us from across the country, you can order it online, or of course, the bookwormofedwards.com. But Trisha, did you have a chance to read Dingo? I mean, what a special story, and this is something that you aren't necessarily a writer by trade, right? This just kind of came to you.
Yes, this is new to me, and it was so much fun writing it, and especially working with my illustrator. And we're she's in Hawaii, and how we ran into each other, I don't know. But she's just took my book from one level to the top level. And I just want to make sure that everybody knows that God created us all with a plan and a purpose for our lives. And we're all uniquely different, and we all have a place in this world, and we need you on planet Earth. You are irreplaceable, whoever you are. And I just want to get that message out to all the children that they are very important in this world, and we need you, even if you are different, and we all are different. We all need each other in this world. That's the message.
Isn't that a beautiful message, Trisha? I mean, seriously, I'm getting goosebumps out here. What about you?
I know. And it is such a beautiful message, especially with
everything. We can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Oh, dang. We can't hear you out here, but I tell you what. Okay. beautiful, beautiful book. Pick it up, get it right here at the Bookworm of Edwards, or order it online, bookwormofedwards.com. And again, this is Scott Cliver. He's the author behind this incredible story. What a great way to maybe open up this discussion with your loved ones, just about how everyone does matter. Doesn't matter how different you might think that you might be, but really a touching story. And Scott, thank you so much for writing this and for bringing this to our valley and being our very own, one of our authors right here at home. It's really special.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, check it out. All right. Thanks, Trisha.
Okay, perfect. Thank you guys. Yeah, just a wonderful story. Thank you, Scott Cliver. Dingo the mule, who thought he was a horse. Just a really neat story, especially when you think about the pressures today, excessive bullying, all the peer pressure that's out there. Hey, build that self esteem when these kids are young. It looks like Heidi Bricklin. Hey, my kids love that book. Oh, cool, Heidi. So your kids already have this little book. Yeah, so it's in a few hands already, but it's hot off the presses. So we want to thank Scott for coming on this morning. But hey, we want to let you know about the GoPro Mountain Games that is coming up on Thursday. A lot of the athletes are driving to town and with all their gear. You're going to see the top level of the parking structure full of the oversized vehicles. They're going to really need that top level today. I know Ashley says she likes to park up there, but I don't think you'll have room this week, Ashley. But let's look at the schedule. I think Charlie. Hey, Charlie, it looks like you moved outside.
Hey Trisha, yeah, I'm
Hey.
outside. It's beautiful. It's warming up, so we're looking good for the rest of the day. So that's good.
Okay.
I've got my coat on right now because I'm in the shade, but
Okay.
it should warm up.
Awesome. Now, have you been to the GoPro Mountain Games before?
I actually haven't ever been. So this year I'm hoping to really explore what we have to offer. But on Thursday, I was looking at Thursday's schedule. I mean, there's so many dog events that I didn't know were even part of the mountain games. So I'm excited. We've got the doggy style long jump kicking off the day, and then there's the K9 Super Wall at 11:40. There's music by Tyler Grant at 1 o'clock, and 3 and 5 o'clock we've got Johnny Schlepper Band. I'm excited. I love Johnny Schlepper. He's a great musician. At 2 o'clock there's a slackline show on the International Bridge. I think I'm most excited for that because I just can't wrap my head around how people do that. I think it's, I balance on blades on the ice, but I think that's a whole different ball game, and I can't believe they can do it. So I'm excited for that. There's kayaking, the freestyle at 3:30, yoga at 5 o'clock. So that's Thursday's schedule, looking kind of great to kick off the event. So have you been, Trisha, before?
You know what? I think I've been to probably every single GoPro Mountain Games. I was to them when it was the Teva Mountain Games. Before that, the Jeep Whitewater Festival.
Wow.
Yeah, usually because I was working it, but it is such a fun event to go. And what's really neat is it's free. And what they're doing this weekend too, Charlie, is normally they were going to open up Gondola One until Father's Day weekend, which is around the 19th. And so they were going to have Gandhi One and then the Eagle Bond Gondola open for the season that day. Well, Vail Resorts announced last week that they're going to open up Gondola One for this weekend. It'll be Friday, June 11th through June 13th, and then they'll shut it down again for the week, and then they'll have it open again. And they're going to have the ticket office will be open. And Charlie, did you know that if you buy your Epic Pass for next winter season for skiing and snowboarding, you can use that pass all throughout the summer for going up and just seeing the scenic views? Maybe you have some friends from out of town, maybe they're buying a ticket, you're going for free, and kids 12 and under get to go for free with a paying adult. So it's kind of good to just get a jump start. If you know you're going to buy the pass anyway, hey, why not get it now, and then you can utilize the summer access to the mountain.
Yeah, I think just even if you're not an avid hiker and you don't fancy hiking up the mountain, which is gorgeous, you should do it. But taking the gondola ride up to the top and just, like you said, Trisha, just looking at the views and hanging out up there, it's just beautiful. Summer is so gorgeous out here, and the wildflowers. So yeah, unlimited gondola rides. You could do it all day long.
Yeah, and you know what? You can use that gondola to get you up, and then you could hike down on the trails,
Yeah,
or
great
just go
idea.
up for lunch. Sometimes they have some live music up there. And Beaver Creek they'll be opening up their lifts on Father's Day weekend as well. They'll have the Centennial Express open for you, and you can also take advantage of Bike Hall. Now, Bike Hall won't be happening this weekend at Gondola One, but it will be a part of the program once we get all the lifts open on Father's Day weekend. But yeah, I love hiking up, and then I like taking the gondola down because it's easier on my knees. So that's how I run it. I hike up as fast as I can, and then I ride it down. So
I feel the same
awesome.
way. Yeah, down is brutal on your knees, on your joints. You have to think about these things when you're getting more crippled. I don't think I'll be hiking anytime soon, but hopefully before summer ends, I'll grab a hike. I love hiking up Vail Mountain. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. Poor Charlie. We have to just set her at tables because she has crutches. She had hip surgery about 2 weeks ago. All right. So oh, we've got Trinity calling me. She's probably trying to find Ashley. She's gonna be our next guest. Should I answer this? Okay. All right. We're gonna talk about GoPro games. I'm gonna tell Trinity where she can find our friend Ashley.
Still busy doing your thing.
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We are for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% on the best designer brands. Visit outletsatsilverthorne.com for current sales and events.
Do you dream of owning land near the biggest lakes, tallest 14ers, and the best gold medal fishing in Colorado? How about right in the heart of ski country? Would it be worth a $75 raffle ticket for a chance to win it? You can own land in Twin Lakes and help St. Vincent Hospital Foundation raise funds. The drawing for this half-acre residential lot is June 24th. Buy your tickets today at coloradolandrush.com.
Welcome back to Vail Daily Live. I'm Trisha Swenson with the Vail Daily. We're trying to get Trinity and Ashley connected in Riverwalk. I think they might be going around in circles, but we've got Trinity has been the champion at the last couple of the Whitewater Race series that's going on in Vail. So she's having great success as she goes in as a local athlete to the GoPro Mountain Games, which kick off on Thursday. But let's give you some weather details right now. This is brought to you by the outlets at Silverthorne. They have fresh air styles, mountains of brands, and elevated savings. And the weather this week is going to be absolutely gorgeous. This is what people think of when they have that perfect, picture perfect Colorado day. We'll have some nice cool temperatures at night for sleeping. You know, a lot of the older buildings in the area weren't even built with air conditioning just because it does get so cool at night. Our temperatures this morning, we're going to see them really creep up quickly because they started out in the 40s. Like when I woke up, it was pretty cool. Eagle 52, Vail 54, Edwards 50 right now, Avon 54. So we're right around the low 50s as of now. And then the high 73 degrees for Vail will be a little bit warmer down valley. And then as we look at the next couple of days, for all the different activities that are planned outside, I think you can go ahead, book those, feel confident they're going to happen because we just have slight chances of showers and they're going to be quick. They're going to be in and out of here. According to the National Weather Service, we have about a 10% chance of a shower today between maybe 3 and 4 o'clock. And as you saw, you know, it doesn't over the weekend, it really doesn't ruin your whole day. You can still enjoy activities even if there's a little bit of cloud cover. So not too shabby in the weather department. And this will be great for the outdoor concerts that are going on at the Ford Amphitheater too. We've got live music at the Lookout Lobby Bar Terrace at the Westin on Thursdays. So a good opportunity to see some live music, be outside, enjoy the nature, enjoy the beauty of it all, and have a little fun. Take some pictures, take some video, and send it to vaildailylive.com/submit. But it looks like we are ready with Ashley and Trinity. Okay, you guys found each other. Hi.
Sorry, Scott was giving me so many like emotional stories about him becoming an author, and so I was running late, and now I found Trinity. Here we are, and I mean, you two know each other, right? You guys were neighbors,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
It's amazing. And so, Trinity, for people that that aren't familiar with you, that were not your neighbor, tell us a little bit about how long have you been here in the Vail Valley? You're a longtime local.
Yeah, I've lived here since July 4th, 1994, 10 a.m.
10 a.m. July 4th, 1990. I love the exactness of it. And then since then, I think probably like a lot of Valley girls, if you will, you kind of evolve in different sports in different seasons. But how did you end up getting into stand-up paddleboarding?
I got into stand-up paddleboarding in the year of 2015. And, you know, I tried river kayaking, oh my gosh, probably 20 years ago. And I went with Alpine Quest and did the upper sea and all of that fun stuff. And then I met up with somebody that was said, oh, well, you're probably ready. Let's just go do Dowd Shoot. And so it ended up being a pretty epic experience. He ended up flipping and like hurting his head. So there was a rescue involved and hospital stuff. And I was like, nope, that's it. I'm not a river girl. And then so took many years before I got back on the river. And with paddleboarding, the difference is you're standing up so you can see down the line. So you can see where the tongues are, where the fast moving water is. And, you know, if you fall off, it's easier to get back on instead of being on a kayak and ripping your skirt or going face first into rocks. And there's a lot less chance for dislocations just because of the way that you paddle. And it's super exciting. And you can paddle on rivers like we have right behind here, which is my neighborhood. And so happy to live here.
I mean, okay, also, you're really, really good at describing all of this. And we were going to be down by the river, but it was a little bit too loud. So because the water's really moving right now.
Yeah, it probably peaked 2 days ago. It's been doing this a little bit, but any water's good right now. I definitely didn't think that we were going to have this kind of water at this time of year. So very happy.
Okay, so 2015, you get into stand-up paddleboarding.
Yeah.
And then now you are not only competing, but she's winning a lot, you guys, a lot. And you ended up joining, this is your race. Okay. This is your second race of the Vail Whitewater Race Series. Look at you go around this pole, the massive strength you must have in your triceps and your shoulders. And then you have to jet yourself across the river, ring that bell. And I love your little finish dance here. Little, yeah. I mean, I would be celebrating like no other if I was able to pull that off. But I mean, seriously, the amount of strength and muscles that you are using to accomplish this. Are you just so sore after every race?
No, I mean, it's just like with anything, you get used to the moves, and it just, for me, it's more just going with the flow, literally, and being able to pull. So a lot of it's core and a lot of it's back, like back and shoulders. So it's, in the beginning, it's all about learning the right strokes, and then it just becomes something that's part of you, like skiing. You know, the better you get at skiing, you know, the better it is for, it's that flow, you know, and you don't even know what you're doing. You just do it.
It's just really instinctual. Well, clearly it's working out really well for you. And then, you know, for people that are excited for obviously the GoPro Mountain Games coming up this weekend, stand-up paddling is one of the sports that will be back. And so, yes, thank goodness. So tell us a little bit about how that works, because are they sending you all down at one time? Like, where will you be? How does it work?
So for GoPro Games, it's similar to this Tuesday. So this Tuesday is a downriver sprint, which is very exciting. In my personal opinion, it's my favorite because it's not me against anybody else. I do it for fun. So for me, it's just focus and go as fast as you can. Choose the best lines, the deepest lines, because it's still pretty shallow out there. So this Tuesday, it'll be from Ford Park down to International Bridge. And then the GoPro Games, we start out in East Vail, next to Axel's place, the one with all the beautiful woodwork.
Oh, yes.
Yes, they're like Vail royalty to
Oh,
me.
yes.
So I love them. But yeah, we start from there, and then we go all the way to the covered bridge, which is really nice.
Okay, so if people want to see you, the covered bridge is probably a great spot.
I love that spot,
along the Gore Creek right there. And is there anything special that you're doing to prepare ahead of time for GoPro Mountain Games?
Lots of meditation, and always the Vail Rec Series puts on the Tuesday nights, which gets you prepared for racing, that whole like countdown, just getting ready. And it's very exciting. I love when we have people coming from all over the world. But this year, you know, we'll see who comes, and we'll see how well we do.
Oh, well, I have a feeling you're going to do great. And you can see mountaingames.com is a website where you can find out more information and get the whole event rundown right there. But then, you know, Trinity, something else that we need to point out too is that not only did you start in 2015, but then you became essentially sponsored. You became a sponsored stand-up paddleboarder the same year, right?
Yeah. So it was really funny. I was at the Gore Creek race with the owner of Hala, which is Peter, and I ended up beating him, and he's like, wow, you're really fast. And he asked me to be a part of the team, which was such an honor. And I'm, you know, they've cut a lot of the team this year, so I'm extra honored to be somebody who's in my late 40s.
No,
yeah,
don't believe it. Yeah. Sorry, no, you're gonna need to write down exactly what you're doing. That's amazing. Paddleboarding. Okay, so for women that are watching this and they're thinking, okay, maybe I want to get back out there on the river, what kind of board would you recommend?
For me, the two boards for women is definitely the Hala Acha 9.6 or the 8.6. The 8.6 is a lot easier. It's more like the Ferrari. It's a lot easier to turn, but the 9.6 can do much bigger water, and you can grow into it. You know, there's skis that are super high performance, and you're like, someday I'll be able to use these skis to the ability. And that's how it works for paddleboarding too. It's the more comfortable you get with it, the bigger water you can hit. And, you know, in the beginning, a lot of stand-up paddleboarding is about swimming. It's not how many times you fall off, but how many times you get back on.
Oh, I love that. And also, can we just look at your gorgeous Instagram photos right here? Hello, beautiful. So clearly you appreciate the nature that's around you while you're out there doing your stand-up paddleboarding. And again, the Hala Acha. I love that.
Hala Acha, girl.
Hala Acha. Awesome. And, you know, Trisha, we can't, for some reason, we cannot hear you. which I know is such a bummer. But, we could just keep talking for like a while. We clearly have a lot to catch up on. I want to get some more techniques and things of that nature. But again, if people want to see you in action, Trinity, where do they go? What are the times?
So for the Tuesday nights, we've been racing down to International Bridge, which is great. So right in front of Mountain Standard, up the creek, are really great places to watch. I also like over the bridge right near the Ford Amphitheater will be really pretty area to watch the start as well.
Okay.
And then there's a really great spot if you're watching the GoPro games, which is near the golf course, right near the start, about a quarter of a mile. And I don't know if you're allowed to do this, but there's a drop. And the drop can be really fun to watch because that can make or break your race, because you can eddy, you go down the drop, and then there's a very strong eddy line on either side. And yes, it's either you go down the drop and go straight, or you fall into that eddy, and it's a very exciting move.
Secret intel. I like this. Like, we're getting like the inside scoop.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, listen, Trisha, I think we're going to have to send things back to you because, again, we can't hear you, which is so unfortunate. But everyone, Trinity, well, make sure to go on out and support her. Can you hear people yelling if you're going to, like,
oh my gosh, yeah. So Barry is the announcer, and he's like, I know she can hear us, and every single time. And I've got a lot of fans from the Westin who live at the Westin. So big shout out to my Westin crew.
Yeah. All right. So like, if we bring like cowbells and signs, like
more cowbell, the better.
Okay. More cowbell. Make sure to get out there. Make sure to support our local girl here as she takes on the GoPro Mountain Games. And of course, hopefully my bet's on this one for winning tomorrow night's race series. Yeah. Look at the moves. All right. I feel like we just need to like dance on out of this. All right. So you take it away. Oh, now we can hear you.
You can hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, okay, awesome. Well, I want to say great job, Trinity. And I like how you took that fear from years ago of being in the river and really to turn it around. And look, you're on the holla team. So holla back at you, girl. Awesome. Good. All right. And I got a fever, and the only remedy is more cowbell. So yeah, bring the cowbells out to the mountain games this weekend.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now we're just gonna make you sick with our like camera moves over here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No coffee necessary. Oh, you know what? Let's look at the chat really quick. So yeah. Hey, Ashley, you're not going to be competing, but we do have Trinity. She'll be competing.
No, I will not be. I'm going to be supporting this girl right here. That's what I'm going to be doing, because that is amazing. Like, I tried kayaking years ago, same thing, and I just haven't gone back yet. So now I'm getting inspired.
I know. I decided I was a better biker than I was a kayaker. So I took all those classes at the Avon Rec Center pool, the Upper Sea. I was learning how to do all the techniques, and it was fun, but it was more fun when I was done because I actually lived through it. So,
yeah.
I might, you know what, Ashley, you and I can go to Nottingham Park. That may be more our speed.
Yeah,
especially if there's like margaritas involved. Is
that
allowed?
I've got vouchers from the Westin.
I mean,
okay.
Girl, you guys must have had the most like fun neighborhood relationship. Like, I can only imagine. Like, I wish I was a neighbor. Like, it must have been like Friends, like a little like Vail Valley version of Friends.
Oh, we had a great.
Way better. A lot less drama.
Oh, good. A lot less drama. Amazing.
Definitely. Okay, thanks so much, Trinity. I know you got to get to work. She's a concierge over at the Westin, so stop and say hi. She can recommend some fun things for you to do and some cool places to go on the river. And we want to give you some details about the GoPro Mountain Games, which happen later on this week. Thursday, they'll be kicking off in the morning, and then they'll go all the way through Sunday. Now, on Friday, we're going to kick it off bright and early with the Two Fly Extreme Casting Competition Qualifier at Ford Park. And a lot of the fly fishing events do sell out, as well as the disc golf events. Then Dock Dogs, they'll be doing some big air. They're on practice happening at 8 a.m. and yoga and beats with Yvonne and Kirby K. So we had yoga and beats down in Eagle. They're going to be bringing that up Valley. And then a lot of live music happening, just kind of interspersed in as well. Looks like we'll also have some live art by Skywalker and Chris Benchelter. If you know him, he was an athlete, ski athlete for Atomic. They did some really cool skis. I think it was probably 2 years ago now, with a Grateful Dead type of motif on there. Did some cool things with Atomic. So good to see Chris back coming to the show, or coming to the big show, which is the Mountain Games this weekend. So go to mountaingames.com and then click on schedule, and it's going to give you everything that's going on. I just found out my sister and her husband are making a last minute trip out here with some friends from Chicago. And I told them, I said, don't even plan anything. Just plan on being at the GoPro Mountain Games, because it'll entertain you morning, noon, and night. Those Mountains of Music, GoPro Mountains of Music will be happening at the Ford Amphitheater. We've got Yonder Mountain String Band tickets still available on your Thursday. Doors open at 6. We mentioned earlier that we've got the gondola open for you as well. So lots of things going on with that. We're going to take it to a break. We'll be checking in. We've got Charlie next door at Route 6 Cafe, and we're going to talk to Walking Mountains about their event that's happening this evening. We are back. Want to give you a look at the weather. Want to thank Liv Sotheby's International Realty for this weather report. You can call any of their broker professionals. They can help you live the life you love. They're Colorado's leading real estate firm. I can't say anything better about this weather. We're going to have some perfect weather for all the outdoor activities that are happening this week. Kids are out of school. Really, summer is coming into full swing. So we'll see temperatures in the mid to low 70s up valley today, and then down valley we'll see things a little bit warmer. We've already surpassed our overnight low, which was in the 40s. I really felt that last night. It was nice and cool in my room when I woke up this morning. But right now, Eagle 54 degrees, Vail 55 degrees, Edwards 54, and Avon 54. So a nice start to the morning, especially if you're standing in the sun. I know Ashley has found some spots in Riverwalk where the sun is shining in between the buildings, between the shadows there, and it makes a big difference when you can get out there and be in the sun. So if you're going to walk the dog, I don't think you'll need a jacket if you're on a sunny street. But for the next couple of days, same type of thing, nice, sunny, and we're going to see the sunshine all day. Maybe a few clouds will build, but not the chance of showers that we saw over the weekend. About a 10% chance today, between 3 and 4, according to the National Weather Service. But it's not going to last too long. So go ahead, plan the outdoor barbecue, plan the late afternoon bike ride. I think you're going to fit it in. Yesterday, I waited about 3 hours to finally get my bike ride in at 6 p.m. So if you wait, and then it was beautiful, perfect temperatures for biking. We did Lake Creek, which was a good road bike ride for early in the season. I'm still getting my legs underneath me, getting back into the saddle. So a good beginner ride if you want to go up Lake Creek Road on the road bike today. But a few other things that are going on. Rachel, what do we have next? Lens of the day. All right, that's what I thought. Okay, so I'm wearing this cool lens of the day. This is brought to you by Eyepieces of Vail, the art of vision. Now, this one is called the Sampan, and this is from Costa. A lot of people were introduced to Costa back when they were Costa Del Mar. Now they've just shortened it to Costa. and they come to the GoPro Mountain Games pretty much every year. They're going to be back again this year, and I do believe that the new Eyepieces sports store, which is located in the Sun and Up, they are going to have Costa right next door. They have a little kind of a little patio area. So we'll get to learn more about some of these cool glasses that help you with all your different sports. But the Sampan, this is a neat all-day style. It's a very has versatile performance, and that's what makes the Sampan a perfect match for anyone who fills their days with adventure. So I love these. These are pretty nice, and lightweight. It's a Mark Healy signature frame, and it's packed with different features that make the most of the water. Named for the traditional Chinese fishing vessels that still operate in Hawaii, Sampan combines innovative technical features. You have 100% UV protection with this, with a polarized lens. This color on this is the matte black. The lens color is gray, and this is the regular fit. You can have fit for maybe a smaller face, a wider face. So I like how Costa marks the fit on these as well. So here we go. These are the Sampans, and you can find these Costas over at Eyepieces Vail, which has 7 locations. 1 in Snowmass, 1 in Beaver Creek, 1 in Edwards, and then the rest are going to be throughout Lion's Head and Vail Village. So that's a look at your lens of the day. Do remember to always wear sunglasses out here, especially at this altitude. There's the sun, the rays are so much stronger. Even on the cloudy days, you're going to want to have that going on as well. Okay, right now we're going to take it to a great way to fuel your body is with whole food nutrition. You know, we oftentimes just go for the easy, convenient snack. If you want to really have success in your sport, Mike Freeberg has more. If you're looking to stay fueled while out on the mountain biking trail or on the road bike, well, we're going to give you some healthy ways to do that. Joining me now, we have Michael Freeberg. He's a pro cyclist out of Boulder, and you have some great ideas for us. It's kind of what you've adopted.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about just eating a little bit healthier out on the trail.
Yeah, so there's been a huge movement in the last 5 to 10 years to eat more natural foods on the bike. I remember back when I was still on the US ski team, I would sometimes eat a power bar instead of a meal, thinking that that was a healthier way to go. And thinking around that has really has really shifted 180 degrees to now it's all about eating the fewest processed ingredients you can. And so Dr. Alan Lim came up with rice cakes, and that's what we're going to be making here today.
Okay, perfect. So, and they're pretty easy. We just kind of kick things off. You've already got the rice, so we've got it out of the rice cooker, which is such a simple way to go.
Definitely. And so you want to start with a short grain Calrose rice, sort of a sushi rice. The shorter grains give it that nice sticky texture, and they also absorb more water. Okay. So that's going to make it easier to digest. After that, you season it to taste with Bragg's liquid amino acids.
Okay, now why that?
So you can also use a low sodium soy sauce, but this is just a cleaner, healthier version of that. It gives it that sort of umami flavor. And so once you've got that seasoned to taste, the next step is going to be adding your eggs. And so the eggs are an extremely easy to digest protein. So we scrambled some eggs already. We're just going to go ahead and add those in.
And then you're adding bacon. That's quite a treat.
Add bacon, yeah. So
we got the bacon.
Almost everything on the market right now in energy foods is sweet. Yeah. And when I'm out on a trail, I prefer more of a savory flavor profile. You know, with the rice cooker, you can get really creative. If you wanted to do something sweet, you could do some nut butter and dates. Dried fruit, things of that nature.
Oh, yeah, you can mix it up a little bit for your time of day.
Yeah, and now that we've got this all mixed, we are gonna add it to this tray and create bars out of it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the rice paddle to move it to one end, and then we're gonna just compress it.
And then you could put it in a baggie or whatever you need.
Yeah.
And then stick it in your jersey pocket.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. So eating just a little bit healthier out on the trail. Easy. We did this in just a matter of minutes to get the rice cooker going, of course. You can make your eggs and you're good to go.
Good to go.
Looks delicious. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks for having me.
All right, those are actually very delicious, and I like Mike said that there's so many different um, those nutritional bars that are on the sweet side, and this is more on the savory side. It didn't take very long to make it, and what's really cool is that when you're eating whole foods, your body can tell, and it's nice. Instead of the neon foods, I call them neon foods. All that stuff that has all those dyes and the crazy colors. Just eat regular food and plan ahead, and you'll be better on the trail. And you could take these out on the fly fishing trip too. We talked to John Packer. He was supposed to be on the show yesterday. His daughter was sick, so he just texted me actually the fly fishing report. And this is brought to you by Fly Fishing Outfitters, locally owned, Orvis endorsed since 1992. They're over next to Agave and Avon in the Westgate building. But it looks like we're seeing the peak of the runoff on the Eagle River this weekend with the flows just under 2,000 CFS, and they'll start to drop this week. And then the Colorado River is still running very low as the reservoirs upstream are being filled, and good fishing conditions with some salmon flies still hatching upriver near Kremling. So if you know where that is, it's up north from here. Caddis and stoneflies are working on the Colorado, according to John Packer, the owner of Fly Fishing Outfitters. And then the flows on the Roaring Fork, beautiful river from the Aspen Valley that comes on into Glenwood. That's a little over 3,000 CFS. That's cubic feet per second. It's a measurement of how fast the water is going through a certain stretch of the river. That's holding steady right now, but this should start to drop this week as well. And I'll look for fishing conditions to improve by the day throughout the coming week. We'll start to see the color return a little bit better when all that the rivers are just gushing. The color gets a little off, a little cloudy out there. But if you have any questions, just stop by the Westgate building and check in with the folks from Fly Fishing Outfitters. Book a trip. Float trips are really a great way to go right now. And our very own publisher, Mark Werzer at the Vail Daily, and executive producer of our show, Scott Sternberg, they just went out last Friday on a float trip on the Upper Colorado. They went from State Bridge down the Colorado River, and they told me about 20 fish. I'm not sure if they're lying to me. They did take a few photos, but they had a great day out there. So it's just a neat way to just see a different stretch of Colorado when you're just floating on a boat along the banks. It's just something you don't really see by car. So it's a little, and a lot of times the guides will tell you a little bit about a history lesson here and there too. So that's a look at your fly fishing report. Once again, I want to thank Fly Fishing Outfitters for that. We're going to take it across the street. Charlie Kennedy is standing by, and she has Paul Abling from the Walking Mountain Science Center. Hi guys. Paul, I haven't seen you since this winter.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you? Good. How are
Your
you?
hair is grown. Is that
Yeah.
your COVID hair?
Yeah, I haven't had a haircut in like a year.
Yeah, we've
Okay,
got
well,
Paul with us today from Walking Mountains. So, Paul, you're Marketing and Communications Director for
Correct.
Walking Mountains, okay. Tell us a little bit about Walking Mountains and what you guys do and what is your mission?
Perfect. Yeah, so we're a 501c nonprofit here, and Avon is where our main campus is, kind of behind Centura Health, if you're familiar with that.
Yeah.
We've got a 7-acre kind of parcel of land and a facility that's free to visit there. And our whole mission is basically about inspiring people to go outside, be curious about the world around them, and then hopefully through that curiosity and education, they can become stewards of the environment.
Well, that sounds awesome. So tell us, with the snow melting and the warmer weathers, for a lot of people that means hiking. And I've heard you have a new series going on right now. So tell us a little bit about Science Behind on the Trail series.
Absolutely. So it's hiking. So the Science Behind on the Trail series is kind of based off of our Science Behind series, which traditionally is a lecture series where you come up to our campus, we sit in a room, and we evaluate something from a scientific perspective. So now we're going to take that series out onto the trail, and we're going to learn about science out around us. So we've got a few upcoming ones. I know we've got the Science Behind Trail Closures, and that's going to explore a lot of things in partnership with Vail Valley Mountain Trails Alliance, like why do we have trail closures? What's a wildlife closure? Why are they important? What does that mean? Upcoming series kind of events for that one. We're also going to do the science behind music on the trail with runaway grooms, where grooms, are going to basically go out onto the trail, play some music, learn about the science of music, but out in nature. So probably some acoustics and some science. So that's the science behind on the trail, but we also have a variety of other series, including backyard backcountry. So one thing that we've noticed is that we all live in this wonderful community and we all go hike around us, but I don't think we take the time to really explore what is on that trail around us. So we'll take you out with a naturalist who's certified interpretive guide, and you'll learn about trails in your backyard and kind of not just where the trail is, but also like what is significant from a nature perspective on that trail.
That sounds unreal to me. I'd love to do that. So tell us, can anybody participate in this?
Anybody can participate. You do need to register in advance, but yeah, our hikes are all up on the website, walkingmountains.org/hike. You can go right there. Registration is open. We do have some capacity restrictions, but we are open to all in the public.
So that's fantastic. So go onto the website to register for these hikes. And what level do you need to be? Can you be any level? Do you have to be advanced?
No, these are definitely not advanced hikes. So if your expectation is that we're going to go climb Holy Cross, a 14er, we do offer that with our backcountry series. But these are not those series. So they're more of a moderate hike. You will hike, a couple miles. There's lots of breaks to kind of explore the world around you. But yeah, if you are looking for an experience to go out and explore trails and you're hesitant to do so, this is probably a good one for you.
All right. So any level hiker, that's fantastic. It really opens out to everyone. And is there different ages that can go on this hike? Is it open for everyone age-wise, or are there different specific age hikes?
Yeah, I think with science behind, or something that we're examining the world around us, like think about if you have small children, like I have a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old, we might get into subject matters that they're not going to enjoy as much. But we do have free guided hikes every day at 2 o'clock. So if you have small children come to Walking Mountains, we can go on a hike. Science behind might not be the hike for small children.
Okay, so tell us, where can we pick up those hikes? Where do we go? Where do we start those hikes? Where do we meet you guys?
Yeah, so there's kind of 2 options. You can come and meet us at Walking Mountains, and then we have a van, and we can transport you to the trailhead, or you can meet us at the trailhead.
Okay, that's awesome. All right. Well, have you got a favorite hike that you guys do that you can recommend?
That we do. Favorite hike that we do.
They're all fabulous.
Well, they're all good. They're all very different. So I think if you've never hiked with us before, especially if you have a family like myself, I would recommend just coming on a nature walk with your family. And you can either come to the Walking Mountain Science Center in Avon, the Avon Tank campus, or the Vail Nature Center, which is located across Gore Creek from the Betty Ford Alpine Gardens.
Okay.
Or you can go to the Nature Discovery Center at the top of the Lions Head Gondola. And maybe start with a nature hike. They're free. You'll learn about what we're doing. You can take your family out, and then from there you can kind of determine how much time or how much distance you want to put in.
Okay, so for those free hikes, do we register online for those as well?
You do, yes. Okay. It's all at walkingmountains.org.
Walkingmountains.org. Sounds great. Thank you so much, Paul. It sounds wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay, great to see you again, Paul. Thanks for coming in, and thanks for providing such great programs. And I like how Paul mentioned the fact that, if you're thinking of something to do with your kids, they do have those nice little walks behind Walking Mountains campus in Avon at 2 o'clock. And if you've never been to Walking Mountains, their campus is absolutely gorgeous. It's environmentally minded as far as the architecture and some of its structures and solar panels and everything. So learn more by going to walkingmountains.org. We'll be back with just a bit more of Vail Daily Live. Stay tuned.
Do you dream of owning land near the biggest lakes, tallest 14ers, and the best gold medal fishing in Colorado? How about right in the heart of ski country? Would it be worth a $75 raffle ticket for a chance to win it? You can own land in Twin Lakes and help St. Vincent Hospital Foundation raise funds. The drawing for this half-acre residential lot is June 24th. Buy your tickets today at coloradolandrush.com.
Plastic surgery isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling good. At Mangett Plastic Surgery Institute and Skincare, from the moment you walk in the door, we want you to feel confident and empowered, while our team of specialists help you find the best version of yourself. With 2 of the nation's leading plastic surgeons right here in the mountains, we have one goal: personalized care with exceptional results. Mangett Plastic Surgery Institute and Skincare. Your beauty should be effortless.
Welcome back to Vail Daily Live. We're about ready to wrap up our show. Once again, we are with you live daily from 7 to 8:30, and that is Mountain Standard Time. In case you're joining us from another time zone, you can always watch us later on demand or on YouTube, on Facebook, as well as Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and make sure you subscribe so then you can get the alerts. You can find out where we're on, and especially if you're planning a trip out here and you want to know what's going on, we're here to help you. We want to be kind of your concierge, your personal concierge. If you have chat questions that you want to ask us about, like when's the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo? Is the dance festival coming back? We can let you know all of that. And of course, the weather. And we're going to take it down to Ashley LaFleur. She is standing by in Riverwalk, a great little gem here in the Vail Valley, right kind of in the middle of the valley. And you've moved locations. You're finding that sun. It looks gorgeous there this morning.
Well, you know, it really is gorgeous. And I know that like this, I'm standing, you know, next to a light pole, but it's for a good reason. And the reason why, being that my last name is now LaFleur, I thought I should show you one of my favorite flowers. And one of the favorite flowers here in Colorado, these beautiful columbines are just kind of dotted throughout Edwards. And, you know, they were named the state flower in 1899 by the Colorado school children at the time. And, you know, they attract hummingbirds. They only bloom for about 4 weeks in the spring. And, you know, they're known for kind of looking like the jester's hat on the back end, but also so incredibly beautiful and clearly facing that sun right now, which we are expecting to see really all week long. I was just talking to my mom about this. You know, she moved here from Florida, and the two of us are like, oh my gosh, we are getting into the 80s this week. It is happening. So here's my best advice for you. This weather is brought to you by the town of Avon, the heart of the valley. And if you're going to be spending time in Avon today, bring the sunscreen. Put the sunscreen on right now while you're thinking about it. Then also bring those layers. So I have, you know, just a nice spaghetti strap underneath this jacket. And most likely I'll be taking this jacket off probably in the next hour or so. So layers are going to be so incredibly important. We're going to be seeing those highs in the 70s and 80s, depending on where you are in the Eagle River Valley. Like if you're going to be in Eagle, it's going to be spicy today, right? So a lot of blue sky ahead, a lot of beautiful sunshine. Bring those sunglasses with you. And then in the evening, you're going to want to have that jacket again, because we're going to be seeing those temperatures slowly dropping back into the 40s for the overnight lows. So I definitely have been cracking those windows to get that nice breeze coming through. And so, yeah, it's definitely feeling very much like summer here in the Vail Valley. A lot of sunshine again all week long. We're seeing those temperatures even higher down along the Front Range, making us so excited to live where we do and to spend time where we are. And also make the most of the sunshine, because the sunset is happening very close to 8:30 tonight. 8:32 approximately is when that sun is going down. So take advantage of it. Maybe head on over to Nottingham and maybe take a little stroll around the lake and soak up those beautiful views in Avon and Beaver Creek. And, you know, just a great time to be outside, maybe exploring the flowers, right, Trisha?
Oh yeah, and I'm glad you showed us that those columbine flowers. And right now, Eagle's seeing 55 degrees, Vail's seeing 57 degrees, Edwards 55, Avon 57. A little bit of an inversion, I think we've got up valley to down valley. But you know, a great way to beat the heat, Ashley, is to get into the water. You know, whether you want to join a raft trip, you know, join some of the rafting companies that have the professional guides. They know how to get you down to the river and have some fun. Also, renting a paddle boat or a stand-up paddleboard, maybe over at Avon Lake. That's a great way to cool off. And also another way to cool off is go to the movies. I remember when we were little, if it was super hot, my mom would just say, "We're going to the movies," because they always had good air conditioning at the movies.
Exactly right. And you can see right behind me, if I kind of scoot a little, like I'm like the queen of the traffic right now. Look at this. Edwards is kind of picking up. Let's see if these guys will wave at you. But we've got the crew coming through the Riverwalk, but let me just get over here so you can see over my shoulder. So the Riverwalk Theater, right over my shoulder, they are open today. You can go and see Cruella, you can see Spirit, or you can also check out that Vail comedy show at 7 o'clock tonight. And I was checking out their snacks, Trisha. Oh man, do you know they have gourmet popcorn that's like local gourmet popcorn, and you can put add-ons on it like truffle oil, or you can put scoops of M&Ms on there. Like, they're talking my language. Yes, please.
Well, and did you know that they also have the Smoking J barbecue joint, and you can get brisket nachos, and I even had like a burrito, a little breakfast burrito, but we put some brisket on there. They're good ice cream, and you don't even have to go to the movies to get this. They have like a little cafe. I think they were starting coffee during COVID. You know, Grant Smith's done a great job of trying to make the Riverwalk Theater just more than a theater, and it's just great to have that amenity. And before we wrap up the show, why don't we bring Charlie in too, and we can all just say goodbye. And all right, okay. Charlie was standing by at the Route 6 Cafe. Charlie, did you just have coffee, or did you get anything else that was on the menu? It sounds like they've got a pretty extensive menu.
Yes, they brought me a pancake, and
Oh.
it's lovely. I've just tried eating it before you guys went back to me. But I had a chocolate chip pancake. It's massive. It's gigantic. So maybe I'll bring some back to the office. But I got also a second cup of coffee. I've never had this much coffee in my life. So I'm ready to go.
Okay, perfect. All right, we're gonna look at a little bit of the chat that we have. Oh, Brazzo is chiming in. He said, "Nice work and nice hair to Paul Abling." Yeah, I saw Paul this winter, but he always had a hat on, so I had no idea that he was growing out the locks. Maybe he'll get to one of our lengths soon, right, ladies? And then another chat. We've got Corinne from LA saying hello, checking in, and a great interview with Trinity. So nice job, Ashley, on that. And
She's so awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm so inspired. She's incredible. Really, like I tried kayaking years ago, completely scared me away from it. And now I'm like, well, shoot, maybe I should try the stand-up paddling. Like, like that's amazing that she not only decided to try it, but then became a sponsored athlete in the same year. Who does that?
I know. And I like how she mentioned, when you're in a kayak, you're very low compared to the water.
Yeah.
And so when you're up on the stand-up paddleboard, of course, your center of gravity is quite different, but you can see the water. You can read the lines a little bit differently. And so who knows, Ashley, maybe you and I will be at the Vail Whitewater Series competing.
I'll at least be cheering them on. Really, like
Yeah.
I want to get out there with a cowbell now. Like I'm gonna go find one just so I can cheer her on this weekend.
Yeah, and she'll compete tomorrow night. We've got this will be a big one tomorrow, a big for spectators and big for competitors, because a lot of these athletes that are coming to town for the GoPro Mountain Games, which start Thursday, they want to see what the river's like. And of course, it changes every day. It's not like the same course because it's all based on runoff, but they want as much time practicing on that. So I think tomorrow night, the Vail Whitewater Series will be jam-packed with competitors and spectators.
I completely agree, and I think I'm gonna be one of them. Charlie, I feel like we could post up together. We could get you like a chair and a setup and get your leg propped up, and you could still cowbell, right?
I can there's nothing wrong with my arms, cocktails, cowbells. I can do that. I can't wait for this slacklining. I'm just blown away by it. Like I said, it's my favorite. So I'll be checking that out. So I'll be posted up by the International Bridge. Probably stay there all day since I can't move. So
yeah. If you see Charlie, she just had hip surgery, so she can't move. So you just need to get everything that's going on. Okay. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.